I can turn losses into gain and make clear skies from rain. In business, I'm your secret view, changing how you see things through. What am I?
God.
No. It's a good answer though.
Coach?
Nope.
I'm so clear just on.
Nope.
Coach. Money.
Perspective. And in business and in life, what I found is that perspective is our greatest resource, or our greatest tool, I should say. Take what we like to say is called failure, right? But who here likes to say that they fail? No one. Why not? Because failure is just another way of learning to do something different, which is just a way of seeing a different perspective, right? So take this lesson into life and business, whether it's you dealing with business, a client calling you up irritated, your kids coming at you nagging, your wife, spouse, whatever. Anything that's coming at you that may seem as a challenge or as a hardship or road bump, they are always there from our Heavenly Father to help us grow for a specific reason. And it's up to us to go in and uncover what that reason is for. But I'm here today because we're all in the area of business, and I want to be able to teach you guys how to add value into your business. Like I said, perspective is our greatest tool. And I wanted to talk to you guys about what our greatest gift is. And when I say gift, this is a gift from our Heavenly Father. And that, to me, is the ability to have an imagination, to have a vision. You know, I can sit here and say, look outside this window. Look at all these buildings, look at all the designs, the different colors. Look at inside this room. Everything in here was first in the imagination of somebody's head. But where does that imagination come from? God. There's only one answer. It comes from God. So if that comes from God, the ability to see and imagine our businesses thriving, having our great relationships with people, with our spouses, with our children, you know, just looking for inspiration, you know, so things that I like to imagine, how I like to use my imagination from God is I wake up every morning and say, God, give me this day my daily bread. And what does that mean to me? Give me this day for me to create opportunities through my imagination that you give me. Help put me in a perspective or a situation, help me find enough creativity to where I can act, you know, add value, or I can have an opportunity to do something for you. As business owners, we know that business is 20% formula, because we know at the end of the day, we have expenses, you know, we have revenue less expenses to equal profit. It's not that hard. You can plug in the numbers in any type of business. Say, hey, I do $100,000 in business. It costs me $75 to make that $100,000. I make $25,000 a month. In any industry, there's an equation. But what separates all of the businesses in the same industries? The personality, the brand, right? The mission and the objective of the goal, or of what you are as a business. You know, and so when you can talk about this to businesses and portray what it is you do. I help X do Y by Z. Like for Jake, I help coaches get more speaking gigs by mastering Facebook ads or paid advertising. It's very straightforward to the point. And what we want to do is be able to tell someone in one sentence what problem it is that we're solving for them. Because at the end of the day, everybody really just wants to know, what is it for me? You know, and so we can sit here and talk about ourselves and how great our services is, but if we're not at the end of the day saying what you're getting, it's just gonna go in one ear, one out the other. So back to imagination, that was number 2. The third most important thing that I want to teach you guys about is resources. So a big reason why business fails is a lack of resources, right? What are some of the most common resources that businesses lack that causes them to shut down? Money. What else? Consistency, poor leadership, bad sales process, bad execution. I mean, the list goes on. But what out of all of those is the most important resource?
Leadership. Mindset.
Mindset, I'd say is up there, but ultimately the biggest resource is resourcefulness. Yeah. And where does resourcefulness come from? It comes from you. You know, and I hate to use extreme examples, but they always get the point across. Say in this example, if someone had control of all of your finances, every single penny you own, and they wanted something in exchange that was extremely hard, on an average day, you'd be like, there's no way I could do this. But if your whole entire life and family were dependent on your money and this situation arose, I bet you would do anything in your power to find a way to get the answer. That's just resourcefulness. You're going to keep exhausting options until you run out. You know, people like to complain and say, oh, I've been trying this, but it's not working. I've done everything. I'll give you $1 million right now if you could tell me you've done everything and be honest. Most people get in their heads and they shut themselves down. This is the difference between success and failure. This is little bit, just you being resourceful for yourself. So resourcefulness, imagination, and perspective. So these are the 3 things that I base all of my teachings off of. And as you see, as I get down this presentation, I teach things in 3s. My business is called Vantage, and I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Rudy Perez. Long story short, I have the sob story, really rough. Anyway, low poverty income, got myself through high school, got to the point where I came out of college, had no idea what to do, $50,000 in debt, working as a server, making $2,500 a month, living in my grandma's basement. Fast forward 4 years, I grew a company from start to finish. I now have 30 employees. My business is fully automated, and I'm sitting in here in front of you guys being able to share my knowledge and coach and do the things that I love. And that's what I'm here to show you guys to do. And most of these principles, like I said, are going to be based off of those 3 things: perspective, imagination, and resourcefulness. And all of this all comes from up here. Like I said, the numbers are going to be there. You could plug in the numbers. Anybody could teach you the numbers. The 20, 10, 5, 2, it's a formula that if you do it, you know it's going to work. But what about the approach to make these numbers maybe be a little bit better? Or if you do this approach badly, you're going to get worse numbers. And that all comes down to your verbal communication with people and what it is, like I said, what problem you're solving for people. The importance of goal setting. I know a lot of us set goals early on, and I want to use Brad as an example. We don't set goals correctly. And I want to show you a really small example. I can ask somebody here, who wants more money? And would you say that would be your goal, to make more money? Well, what if I handed you $1, gave you more money? Did you meet your goal? Well, there you are, right? So, and like I said, I was going to use you as an example, $97 a month. We asked, how many coaches or how many clients do you want? 10, 100, 1,000? You know, how are you going to be specific to manifest and attract a specific number to say, oh, I want 100 clients a month. Okay, we have this goal now. How are we going to go about getting it? Let's break it down into 4. That's 25 a week. Okay, if we want to close 25, how much outreach do we need to do? What's working and what's not? Opening the call this way, is this working better than opening the call this way? Same thing with split testing. Does a picture work better or does a video work better? But we need to be very specific in our goal setting. Like I said, I want to lose weight. That's my goal. That's most people's goal, right? New Year's is here. I just want to lose weight. Cool. Let me chop your hand off. I'll take about 2 pounds off of your body. You lost weight. No. That's what I'm saying. The importance of goal setting. Yeah, right? So what about, no, I want to lose 25 pounds in 6 months, but not just pounds. I want to develop 10% more body mass with, 2 inches to my bicep, and I want to drop down to 6% body fat by eating this kind of diet. So the more clarity that we can get, the more goals that we could set in place, the more able we are to manifest. It's the same thing with our ideal clients. Say, we always get taught what's your avatar. Are we niches are in the rich, our riches are in the niches, because that's more specific to a goal. So when you know what customer you're wanting to get at or who you want to attract, more specific, more goal oriented you are, the more answers you're going to get from God about where to find these people. But you can't do it if all you say, I just want clients.
Us too, you know, we apply this stuff to ourselves every day, and we're not perfect, you know, but we strive.
I want to say that to the folks that are listening too. Rudy is the epitome of that. At 30 years old, I mean, this dude he just has such a fire for life, a passion, and you're not one of those ones that sit on the sidelines.